A scream tears through the night, but it's the silence that follows that clutches your soul. In that hollow pause, you're left alone with a truth you can't outrun. We live in a world that worships the loud, where every thought must be shouted to prove it exists. Yet, there's a deeper force, a stillness so piercing it reveals what noise can only hope to conceal. Picture the last time you felt compelled to fill a quiet moment with words, as if the air demanded it. Then think of the one who stood apart, their silence a weight that shifted the room without effort. Søren Kierkegaard, the solitary thinker who wrestled with faith and despair, saw this quiet as a sacred rebellion. To him, it wasn't just absence, it was the space where the self meets the eternal. We're surrounded by voices, a chorus of opinions clamoring for our attention. But Kierkegaard believed that only in silence could we hear the whisper of something greater than ourselves. People talk to escape, spilling words like a shield against the void they fear. He warned that this flood of chatter drowns the soul, leaving us strangers to our own depths. Hold your tongue, though, and something shifts. The world leans in. Kierkegaard saw this as a moment of power, where restraint becomes a bridge to the infinite. Imagine a crowded street, everyone rushing, shouting, chasing the next distraction. Then someone stops, still and silent, and the chaos parts around them like water around stone. That's what Kierkegaard chased. Not the noise of the crowd, but the quiet that defines the individual. True strength, he argued, lies in standing alone, unshaken by the storm. Silence terrifies most because it demands we face what we've buried. For Kierkegaard, this was the crucible of existence, where we confront the anguish and beauty of being alive. He called it a leap, a plunge into the unknown that only the brave endure. The weak cling to words, but the strong embrace the stillness that reveals them. Think of a crisis unfolding, voices clashing in a frantic bid for control. One figure steps forward, calm, wordless, and the room steadies as if they've spoken a command. Kierkegaard's philosophy lives here. Authority isn't shouted, it's felt. Silence is the pulse of a soul that knows itself, radiating a presence no argument can match. We've all met the one who overshares, their words a plea for validation. Then there's the listener, quiet and steady, who holds the space while others unravel. Kierkegaard understood this. Every pause you take is a refusal to be swept away. Every moment you withhold carves a boundary no one can cross. Our age thrives on the constant, the endless scroll of noise and reaction. Step back, he'd urge, and you become the one who sees, the one who exists beyond the fray. History echoes this through its quiet giants. The monk in prayer, the artist in solitude, the thinker lost in thought. Their silence wasn't retreat, it was the root of their fire. Kierkegaard tied this to his vision of the knight of faith, the one who walks alone with courage. That path begins in the hush where the soul finds its footing. Picture a conversation, friends jostling for the loudest laugh, the sharpest quip. You sit back silent, and soon they're searching your gaze, drawn to the unknown you carry. People hunger for what's veiled. The more you bear, the less they seek. Kierkegaard saw this as a quiet defiance. The less you give, the more you become. In a culture of confession where every thought is broadcast, restraint is a revolution. The one who guards their inner world doesn't beg for notice. They command it. Silence isn't muteness, it's precision, a choice to speak only when the moment demands it. Kierkegaard viewed it as a discipline, a way to honor the weight of existence. Ever notice how unease ripples through someone when you don't reply? They stumble, they fill the gap, while you stand firm, a mystery they can't unravel. Kierkegaard believed solitude sharpened this edge, a retreat where the soul could wrestle free. Alone, silence becomes a mirror, reflecting a self no crowd can define. The ideas that shook the world didn't rise from noise, they were born in quiet. From that stillness came truths too deep for the clamor to contain. So how do you weave this into your days, tangled as they are with sound? Pause before you speak. Let the silence hang and feel how it pulls the moment toward you. Stop explaining yourself. Let your actions stand as their own proof. Kierkegaard would say the need to justify is a tether. Cut it, and you rise. Listen more than you proclaim, and the world reveals its cracks. The quiet one learns what the talkers miss, gathering power in the shadows. Choose silence deliberately, not as a shield but as a stance. Kierkegaard saw it as a declaration: I am here, and I need no chorus to prove it. The powerful, saints, poets, seekers, thrive on this enigma. Stay still, and you break the rhythm others depend on, rewriting the rules without a word. Look at those who linger in your mind. Are they the loudest or the ones whose quiet cuts deep? Kierkegaard's legacy endures because it's not noise, it's a presence that haunts. You carry this potential in every breath, every choice to hold back. The less you pour out, the more you become a force that echoes without sound. We're trained to perform, to fill the air with proof of our worth. But Kierkegaard dares you to resist, to step into the silence and let it reshape you. It's not about quiet for its own sake. It's about what it births. Each pause is a seed, growing a strength that outlasts the shouting. The courage Kierkegaard sought isn't proclaimed, it's forged in stillness. Embrace it, and you become more than a voice. You become a question no one can answer. So here's the truth laid raw before you, trembling in its own weight. Will you chase the noise that defines the herd or claim the silence that defines you?